Hello, hello. I am Beam Me Up Scott, and welcome to Star Wars Squadrons. Oh, I've been waiting for this game for so long. So, first of all, this is, as most people know, not pay to win in any way, shape, or form. It's all based on skill. I am still being beat by easy AI, getting killed 10 times while only being able to kill like 6. It's all about skill. It's all about flair, finesse, and if you love Ace Combat games, or any of those flying games, you will love this game. The best description I heard was of, if you know Dirt Rally 2, it's a racing game that is a simulation more than a game. This is a simulation more than a game. It is stupidly realistic, and oh, it's beautiful. It is a beautiful game. Before we get into a game, actually, when you first come in, you're going to get prompted to play the first story, and before you do that, you're going to want to do one thing before anything else. You are going to want to go into controls. Controls. Remap controls. You don't need to remap, but go into flight, and you are going to focus on every single one of these. You are going to learn exactly what this means. Learn these controls. Learn firing, left auxiliary. I have my nice little button here. I actually have a on my mouse. I got a mouse with a number pad on the side just for this game because there's going to be a whole bunch of left auxiliary, right auxiliary, dumbfire right, deploy countermeasures. Those are the most used besides like firing and movement. Sorry, they're not the most used. They're the second most used, right after power distribution. If you want to look at increase engine power, or increase weapon power, or increase shield power, those are the three areas that a ship has for the New Republic. The Empires just have weapons and engine. They do not have shields because they didn't have shields in canon. So what I have is I have mapped out the engine, weapon, and shield right next to each other. And what you do with that is you change power from one or two of the areas into another one. For example, if you're flying an X-Wing and you are beginning the game, what you want to do is probably power it to shields. And what that does, even though you're not getting attacked or anything, it's going to put a second layer around your shield, making it more defensible for that first encounter. Then what I do is either power into weapons or engine, because I love zipping around the battlefield, doing some drifts and crazy stuff. I always go into engine. Now that power, that second shield, actually stays over your ship longer than you may realize, especially with shields. Those are really good to power up. When you transfer power, all of it from shields and shields and weapons into engine, that second layer of shields doesn't actually degrade as much. It slowly goes down to a regular shield, but by that time you've already been hit a couple times and it's already helped. And so when you put power into engine, you actually get a boost that grows, and you can use it to boost and also drift turn, which we can go into later. Then if you put all power into weapons, there's no ammo for the main weapon. It's always lasers and you can recharge. But that recharge, if you put all your power into weapons, it will make it so it's less likely to recharge as quickly. So if you're firing for maybe 3 seconds, your normal powerful weapon can fire for maybe 5 seconds, we'll say. If you put all power into that, it may last closer to 10 seconds. So there are as many things that you need to know about balancing power. Goes back to normal, all three normal. I prefer never to have balanced power because you don't get any of those special increases. Then you have focus shields front and rear for the ships that have shields. You can, if you're flying at the capital ship, let's just say, and all of those turrets are firing at you, which they are very accurate, they will hit you, putting all your shields in front, so you can come down, attack, and then zip away, putting all shields in rear. Or if you're just dogfighting, putting them in rear actually helps you with, you're going to catch a tail or two. And then targeting systems, that's probably the most complicated part of this game, and if you have a controller, targeting system kind of gets really messed up. You'll have to press something and then press something again. So always have the default targeting system to set to enemy players only. All those NPCs, the droids, the bots that fly around, they're extra bonus points. They're not a focus. Which, yeah, there are AI enemy ships around. So let's see, target and wheel, all enemies, enemy squadron. Enemy squadron is what you want to have it on if you have like a controller, something that isn't easy to switch between. And then flagship systems if you don't know those, or if you're playing support, just my squadron. Anyway, there's missiles, pinging target. You can make sure that someone is actually focusing on one frigate, let's say. If there's a certain target that you all want to focus on to reach your end objective, which is killing the other capital ship, hey guys, we gotta focus on the shield generators. This left shield generator, we focus on that first, and then the right shield generator. Pinging target will help if you have systems of the ship targeted, or if there's just one guy who's killing 50 of your guys. Focusing on him, pinging his target, and acknowledging ping with someone, knowing someone's got your back. That's the way to do it. Comms, free look, and there we go. You now know the controls, and that is 1/3 of the battle is won by knowing your controls like the back of your hand. Then we go to the other third. So this is my beautiful, beautiful bomber. I'm tied between bomber and fighter right now because I love all of them equally. I cannot choose a favorite, except I'm wavering on interceptor right now. But yes, let's go to bomber. So you saw first the max hull, max speed, max acceleration, maneuverability. I've already got some adjustments on it that you see are personalized towards me. So right now you see active components and passive components. We have primary weapon, which is a rotary cannon. It kind of tracks the enemy and does a good pierce of damage. So those A-wings that are zipping around everywhere, I can track them pretty easily. But this setup I have is meant just to attack large ships. You've got two bombs, one for the actual hull of the ship to do damage to, and one for their shields. I've got countermeasures that can actually cover most of my crew for a couple seconds if there's multiple rockets being targeted at us. Reinforced hull and an unstable engine that does a good bit of speed. So you're going to see I have good hull so that I can go into the capital ship's area without dying. Pretty good speed so I can rush in, attack, and rush out, but not good acceleration or maneuverability. There's going to be a trade-off. There's no upgrades in this game at all. There are just side grades. So, for example, you see I have 4 weapons available for this. Standard, it's normal, it's graded all around choice. Doesn't excel at anything. Not a fan of normal vanilla stuff in that sense. Then we have the 2 rotary cannons. This one is guided, does a lot less damage, but you don't have to aim. Good for a beginner, but I prefer just sticking with this because you'll learn to aim eventually and this will be worth it. And these actually get unlocked with points. So I have 3 unallocated points right now that I'll figure out what to do with. But yes, so this is my preferred weapon, the rotary cannon that does fall a little bit, but actually does some damage. Then we have ion cannons. Those are support based, as they take out shields in about 4 or 5 hits. They just take out someone's shields, and when you're playing as Empire, that's actually super useful because all the enemy have shields and their hulls are super weak compared to yours. As weapons, then we have all these components. The accelerators, you can have 2 of them. Right now I have 2 bombs. We have mines, portable shields that are multi-lock missiles for like those AI to rack up points with. Beam cannon, I don't like it because I can't move. I like to be maneuverable while attacking my other capital ship. Proton torpedo, Goliath missile. So all of these you will come to know. Read them carefully, figure out what your play style is, and because none of these are better than each other, they're all equally as good, just at different things. Regular one that's really good with health to survive things, but terrible acceleration maneuverability. Not a dogfighter, going in, hit, leaving. If I wanted to be a dogfighter, I'd be more like this. Acceleration maneuverability, so I just don't get hit. Even as a bomber, I can adjust my ship to actually be able to fight A-wings face to face. This one's less, yeah. Different engines too. So yeah, second, third is knowing your ship back and forth, knowing its capabilities, knowing what you love and what you don't love. So for example, my absolute favorite component is this Onslaught rocket. They are rapid-fire rocket launchers that they don't follow anything. They're not tracking. They're dumbfire weapons, but they are perfect because there's going to be a point where you're just going to be head-on collisioning with another ship who's targeted you, you've targeted them, and these just firing them out. The enemy ship will kind of hit them, and it won't explode on them perfectly, because this is not very good against other ships. But in a dogfight, that's a shield essentially in front of you, just a shield of weaponry that when you're close enough, it just shreds them and kills them. So it's not going to end up you attacking, hitting each other, and you both dying. And then, so that's what's good for fighting, even though it's actually terrible. Then there's a ship that gets launched out from the other capital ship to attack your ship. It's going to be, let's see, cruiser or something similar like that. I'll put a picture in or something for like the rebels. It's going to come at every time you try to attack the other ship or they attack you. Parking this right beside it when it's attacking and then just unloading all 40 of those ammo will pretty much get it almost all the way down. And then when you're finally attacking the capital ship or the frigates, you just rush in, attack, and leave. This thing is fast, this thing hurts, this thing does some damage, and it's my personal favorite. Every ship, every fighter or X-Wing for the other side needs to have it, but that's just my personal thing. You're going to find things that you absolutely love, so just stick with it. It could be something completely different. It could be mines. I never remember to set my mines out when I'm just flying around, but that's what you do. And now, skill. Skill is going to be the third. Okay, so I'm going to go into, you know what? I'll go into fleet battles just straight in. Let's do this competitive. Life is on the line. You will watch an entire game, and this is where the third comes through. Knowing the battlefield and knowing your enemy's weaknesses. Basically, the Mon Calamari, the capital ship of the New Republic, the Rebels, has the shields are kind of hard to get to. But I am, surprise, I am with the I can't forgetting to call them the New Republic. They will be rebels to me. So right now, I'm going to play X-Wing. I love the X-Wing. It is great. So I've got my burst cannon. It's just like fires 3 shots at a time. Pretty good. Better than the normal thing in my opinion. If you can hit your targets, then I have my lovely rockets. My concussion missile that follows people. So this is mainly meant for other ships, but with those rockets, it can also double as a quote-unquote bomber. I've overloaded shields, which means if my shields go down, they do not come back up. But they're a little over like, they're pretty dang strong. So overloaded shields. I have plus minus 25% damage taken from like laser fire and whatnot, but any rockets that manage to flip through my countermeasures, 50% less. This thing is a tank actually, even with the minus hull. As long as I get back to the frigate, I am golden. Because the frigates help you out. They restock your health, your stuff, and oh, what just happened? So that was annoying. I got kicked out because of internet troubles, but yeah, let's do it. I am now playing with a couple AI, but fun fact about AI in fleet battles, they are not easy at all. Even if you put them in easy, they are difficult. They're just like real players in most of the sense. I will die many times, and I probably might not win, but this is outside of the campaign, which is absolutely necessary to do 1 or 2 games of. This is the best way to learn, because you gain experience, you are able to unlock those side things that you might like over the vanilla. All in speed, on the lower left, the blue. Now we'll go to red, now we'll go to blue. And my throttle, all the way up and down, all the way up and down. I like to have speed always. So F to target, and once I find one, then I focus on them. So what I'm doing is since I have all the powered shields, I can actually drift and boost and do some fun, crazy things that, like for example, he's just gonna start following me around everywhere. If I do this, I'm actually able to rocket away. He's gonna probably block it. Oh no, he didn't, because there is a low power, so I'm gonna go. Oh no, I chose the wrong. So I chose the wrong loadout. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually go back to my ship, and I'm going to choose the best loadout to actually defeat those things. So if you have lower than like 60 health, I recommend you always going back to either your hangar or those green circles underneath the frigates, where you can just restock and get your health back up. So I wonder why it's not letting me change. So I'm just gonna go a offensive. This is not what I like to see. I'm just gonna destroy stuff. I'm going to literally just kill things, specifically the other ships. I think it's because the internet is out. I can't actually. See, you heard that? That was the like little flare guns that they shoot out, and they. There we go. See, now I don't have enough power, so I'm gonna transfer it all to weapons for the moment, so that I can actually take out this Y-wing. And I just got hit, and I might just get hit again, but I'm too fast. Okay, so my team's doing work. Yeah, sometimes you actually get destroyed while going in, so I'm going to change to a bomber so that I can actually start doing something against them.
I don't think so.
Taking fire.
And see how slow I moved there? That was because I put all my... that's because I put my throttle down to 0. When you put your speed down to 0, it actually doesn't let you turn as quickly. When energy to the shields is halfway, that's when you can turn the fastest. So, I have boost to spare, so... No, I don't. Is that right?
The momentum is ours. Press the advantage.
You should practice your aim. Get over it, will you?
Frigates in range. Deploying a raider to assault their defenses.
So a raider gets deployed when we're ready to attack, so it says assault frigate above. There we go. So that is what we are looking to kill. Right there.
You'll have to try harder than that. Here comes the missile.
Enemy fighter behind you, Titan 1.
Oh, it's so slow. Did my engines get damaged? I think they did. Oh no. It's just another ability that I have. So I'm going to go back to my little frigate here. And park. Resupply. Resupplying. Resupplied. Back up. And because even though I put my engine all the way down to 0, I can still regain that.
Incoming missile.
What was I just saying? Oh yeah. So even when your engine is at 0, you can still regain your boost. I didn't say that before. So change starfighter. I'm going to go. You know what? Let's see how support is. With 0 other stuff I have supply and I have turret mine. Those are okay, I guess. This is what you will be playing with first time out of the gates. And I don't like it. Yep, so that AI that just disappeared, it was because he went too close to my frigates when he was supposed to be defending it. Because when your morale, the morale meter that is directly above us, when it is against you, yeah, that's not what support is supposed to do. When it's against you, you cannot come close to the other. Let's pay as interceptor. You can't really come close to the other ships because the turrets are like, oh, we got this. We can totally destroy anyone that comes our way, and they just annihilate you. Ooh, he's a bit forward, and he's just a support. He's going to be pretty powerful still, but... and he'll have someone to back him up. So that means no one can actually hit him with, but he only has one of those. So I'm going to come above. It's always good to know the map and know when you can actually come above. And then down to fight this. Oh, it's dead. Cool, cool, cool. So micro boosting, that is what this technique is called, just by going at random intervals. Yes. And they can't actually follow you at all by doing that. It is super difficult. So now I have to defend by one. Half speed. And if we weren't in that little enclave thing, countermeasures, somebody definitely would have come in third party us. Just see, in that situation right there, that's why I love the like rockets, because that could have just unloaded on the guy. So I'll try him again. Just bouncing between ships, seeing what works and what doesn't with plain vanilla abilities. So, yeah, we totally gotta take out that cruiser. So putting power into... And there's an ability that TIE Fighters can do, actually, as to... see, I'm going to run out of power right now. I'm going to put all of my... So I have emergency power transfer that automatically puts it all into either shield, well, into weapons. Repair. Nope. Too late to repair. Yeah, so I can either put all of my emergency power into to recharge all of my weapons or recharge all of my boost. Yeah, so like I said, these guys really know what they're doing. The AI is exactly like playing with a real group of people.
Well, now I'm angry.
So 1,000. Yep. Killed it. Okay, so yeah.
Target those frigates. The radar is en route to assist.
Those little raiders and whatnot. From the other side, if you destroy those right when you're coming in, if you can get people together and just take it out immediately, that is the best way to win, honestly. Cozy on next to it, and then head out. Oh yeah, and if you hit something, you don't automatically die, but it still hurts. Repair. So I'm just gonna die here. That's what I'm gonna do. I really hope we can take out this frigate. So, tactical map, you'll see Star Destroyer and the Star Cruiser, Mon Calamari 75. You'll see its health, and that's the main goal. That is the thing we were supposed to kill. So that guy's a little bit forward, so I can just pick him off. There we go. My allies totally... Nobody really expects you to go above so high, but if they do see you, you're a dead man. So stay near the crack so you can actually go down, even though someone could actually attack you from there. Putting power into weapons to recharge them. See that red bar going across, and then back to 2 engines. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go actually, and I'm going to take out the power supply, which is at the very bottom. And I'm going to do that by zoop. So when you have all your powered engines like that, you can get out of a beam. And I can repair. I can hide behind here. I can... Okay. And you saw those arrows coming near me. If you fire the countermeasures immediately, it's more than likely just going to do nothing. The weapons are going to see what you're doing, and they're just going to avoid it.
I think they're shooting at me. I'm stuck in a tractor beam.
Now they're coming to attack us. So that power system, if you destroy the power system, then right here, power system is third down. If you can destroy that, then there's going to be little pockets opening up of weak points that you can actually destroy. So I'm just going to go straight after this thing. So preemptively fixing yourself actually is... Shoots him down.
How dare you!
Sit here because I have all of my Star Destroyer right behind me to help me out. And once someone targets me, then I'm ready to go back to... there we go. It's down, so now I can go after the other ships.
Enemy locked on!
See, doing it right now, when there's no arrows or anything, that actually will hurt my chances of surviving this oncoming missile. Hear that? It's now coming towards me. Might as well do it now. Out of the way.
But wrong target. My finger must have slipped.
Oh, way too quick. Not nice. Got it. That was a good one. Sometimes they just stop in the air. You should not do that.
Well done, Type 1.
Now we can assault them. So this AI... Oh, no, not that AI. But if somebody were close to it, now that we can assault them, and our morale is on our side, then, yeah, I can just mosey on down here. But if they try to attack me, then there would be some issue. Ah, I just got attacked by them. Yeah, going straight at it with that ship is not the smartest move. Go back to bomber, I guess, because they have the shield that they can help out with. So now, focus is the power system. That is the goal. That is the dream. Typically, when you're on a good actual team, you want to go for shields. There's going to be shields on the left side and the right side, those little bands there. I'm going to fire some cheeky missiles to help out.
Nice shot. I think they're shooting at me.
Oh, dang it. So yeah, it just got all of the... Yeah, so when your starfighters actually die, it does more than just set you back by 15 seconds. It actually hurts the morale. So right there, even though I died like once, the other people died once each, and that just automatically went down. And they destroyed our thing early on, so it actually... Just a cheeky little out and in, out and in. Because, yeah, dying is much worse than taking the time to go back and resupply. It is absolutely horrible. And when you're behind engines like that, especially on the capital ships, it can do some serious damage. Lots of people would like to, players like to just sit by the, by some weak center or whatever and just start destroying it. You gotta watch out for that, because that is an actually good move for the New Republic especially. Because even though there's turrets, if you get a shield up, you can do some serious damage without even needing to move, really. Let's take the time to get energy back up to weapons before running in. And then let's run in. Let's get that. There we go. So that right there, that means that there's going to be weak points open that I can just run in and get. Ignoring the shield, it's best to do solo. And then run back because they can't attack me. Because I didn't want to die out there. Because if I did, that morale would have gone towards their side, and they would have just taken us over and killed us. Because right now we don't have a lot of health on our capital ship. Now that shields are disabled, we can run around the side, and our raider is still up, so that's excellent for morale. It's probably going to go down in a second, though. But yeah, you are going to see... There we go. Take those out. Boom. Repair. Come on. There we go. Let's go around this rock here. Yep. And now that the raider's gone, we just had not enough morale to keep up, so we're gonna run back. We're gonna hopefully repair a little bit. And we are going to take out that raider thing that they have, the crew Corvette. Where it is? There it is. Weapons. And I'm doing so luckily here by not getting killed from somebody, because in normal games, a player would absolutely 100% take me out.
I think they've locked off. Apologies.
Okay, yep, that Corvette, we almost got it down. We almost got it down. Oh, we are almost dead. We are almost dead. We might just die. We might just die. We're dead. Dang it. Oh, and we were so close too. Yeah, AI are not easy. Even if you put them on easy, they are not easy. They are a great training tool, even for me who's been playing it for a good bit of time. Shush, the game cow. Yeah. You're going to want to have a friend who can actually communicate things with you. You can say, both of you attack that Corvette. Taking that Corvette out immediately is super useful. It is great. And you get experience, even just from... Oh, I guess it's my player. Yeah, I'm offline, so I don't actually have my own account up. So it doesn't go to my... Yeah. Dang it. So my account even didn't get that experience because I was offline because of internet issues. But look on the bright side. If you keep playing this over and over again, you will keep learning and you keep getting better. So when you go into ranked, whenever they figure out how to do ranked, then you will be able to actually do some good work. So going over, first third of winning is to learn priority matchmaking. Yep, because I left, quote unquote, because internet issues. Get a lever penalty. Anyway, first third, learn the controls, like the back of your hand. Second third, learning your ship's abilities, what you like and what you don't like. And you don't even have to choose a really good ship, just a type or two, because I have yet to find a favorite. Each of them have their own special place in my heart. I like them all equally. Unlike my parents who think I'm the best. And then the third is learning how to play the game. And then the fourth third is actually all the other stuff, all the small details, all the drift turns that you learn how to do, the micro boosting, those, it's just going beyond. Because you can be a good player and still lose every single game. You can be an amazing player and still lose half your games. You can be a god tier player and you'll make it fine. You'll make it out fine, because with time, with learning of this game, with learning the small quirks, with learning the maps, especially going through training, timed speed trials, things that they have, that's the fourth third. And with that, go out and play. Learn the controls, play the campaign a bit, go into training, and then launch right into that fleet battle ranked. Get that sweet, sweet rank. Look at me. Look at me. Maverick. Lowest of the low because they can't figure out their... yeah, they can't figure out their tier progression system yet, because apparently, first time it came out, first time people came out, some of them got into Galactic Ace just by accident. And some people got here. So now I have to work my way up, but hopefully they'll get it figured out. Oh, my skill rating went down because of... That's stupid. Yep, like I said, haven't figured that out. But, diamond in the rough, it's still amazing. Play to your heart's content. And with that, may the Schwartz be with y'all.